In what could be seen as a must-win and a continuous pressure on Manchester City, Arsenal welcomes high-flying Brighton to the Emirates on Sunday in a crunch match for the title race. The message for the Arsenal boys will be, just keep winning and see what happens. Hi, welcome to Arsenal Fan Zones, the show that brings you the latest update as it concerns Arsenal. Again, if you're visiting this channel for the first time, please do well to hit on that subscribe button and do not forget to turn on the notification button so you get to be notified whenever there's a new video. Okay, with Manchester City playing just a few hours earlier, it is obvious that the Emirates Stadium will be hoping for a positive news of Manchester City dropping points away at Goodison Park, as the chances of Arsenal winning the league is no longer in their hands. Well, Everton will be aiming to give fans yet another reason to celebrate when they take on Manchester City. The Toffees are 2 points clear of relegation zone, meaning the Sunday's clash is of big importance for the home team. Manchester City, on the other hand, moved one step closer of defending the Premier League trophy thanks to a 2-1 win over Leeds United, but they face yet another must-win situation against Everton. The relegation-threatened hosts are likely to adopt a defense-minded approach this time out, but preventing Erling Haaland and co from scoring is easier said than done. Well, of course, Sean Dyche will be doing us a huge favor against a City team that may be heavily rotated. Well, while a draw seems plausible, it feels too much to predict an Everton win here. Whether that's enough for Arsenal to wrestle their way back into the title race remains to be seen. But if Guardiola is really serious about the Champions League, he will have to trust his results. Now, while we hope for a positive result from Goodison Park, the match against Brighton will be another tough match for Arsenal. However, it will be good news for Arsenal if the same result from the reverse fixture earlier in the season occurs this weekend, as Arsenal won by 4-2 at the Amex Stadium on New Year's Eve, just a few hours after Everton held Manchester City to a 1-1 draw at the Etihad Stadium. Now, Brighton may have capitulated early on against Everton, but the games are normally a lot easier after halftime. Brighton may have knocked out Arsenal out of the EFL Cup, but we got our revenge in the first Premier League meeting this season. We're now looking to do the league double over Brighton for just the second time in the Premier League era. Well, ahead of the crucial game, there are injury concerns for both Arsenal and Brighton, and the absence of some of these key players might affect the outcome of the game. Arsenal on one hand have William Saliba, who seems to be making a painful but slow progress in his recovery from a back injury. Saliba had still not rejoined team training prior to the win at Newcastle, and the Frenchman should miss out once more this weekend amidst lingering fears that his 2022-23 season could be over. According to Arteta, with William, it is for sure that he's not going to be fit for this game, and we doubt that he will be fit for the next game. Well, Alexander Zinchenko is another player that is out for the game. He was replaced just after the hour mark against Newcastle due to a calf concern, and the Ukrainian left back is now reported to be out for the final 3 games of the season. We also have long-term injuries to Mohamed Elneny, who recently returned to the training pitches to undertake individual work as he steps off his recovery from a knee surgery. But the Egyptian international has no chance of featuring for the first team before the season is over. There is also Takeru Tomiyasu, who continues to rehabilitate from a serious knee issue of his own and will watch Arsenal's final 3 games of the campaign from the sidelines. Thankfully, we have no players suspended for this game. Brighton, on the other hand, may have suffered a heavy 5-1 defeat to Everton at the Amex on Monday. But the biggest blow of the day came in when winger Solly March limped off with a hamstring injury in the second half. March's injury is a major blow for Brighton, who are already without a number of key players. Tariq Lamptey and Joe Veltman are out with knee and thigh injuries respectively. There is also Jacob Mulder's condition that is being monitored. It is not surprising that at this time of the season, players get exhausted and jaded, and as such hit by different kinds of injury before the season comes to an end. Well, having said that, is there a chance that Manchester City will just have a slip against a resurgent Everton side, and Arsenal also taking that advantage, closing the gap against Manchester City? I mean, knowing fully well that Manchester City still have quite a number of matches ahead of them, including the second leg of the Champions League match against Real Madrid. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section on what you think and the possibility of Arsenal still doing something miraculous before the end of the season. Again, thank you so much for joining me on the show, and I will see you some other time.